Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating and somewhat absurd topic that exemplifies how errors, oversight, and unanticipated consequences can culminate in astronomical value, and we're going to explore the phenomenon where a single 1-cent coin could effectively cost an eye-watering $65 million due to a series of mistakes and miscalculations that have unfolded throughout the history of U.S. coinage. As we journey through this remarkable story, we'll unpack the myriad factors that contribute to this inflated valuation, exploring both the historical context of coin minting and the intricate web of missteps that led to such an extraordinary financial outcome. The saga begins with the humble penny, an item that many might dismiss as inconsequential, and yet, this seemingly insignificant coin has been at the heart of a remarkable tale of value and error. It all starts with the known misprints and production blunders that have occurred over the years in the minting of pennies. Take, for instance, the famous 1943 copper penny, which was mistakenly produced during World War II when the U.S. Mint transitioned to zinc-coated steel to save copper for the war effort. The fact that a limited number of these copper pennies slipped through the cracks during this transition created an unforgettable rarity. A coin originally worth just 1 cent suddenly became a cornerstone for collectors, some of whom would pay tens of thousands, and in some cases, over $1 million for a single coin, significantly inflating its perceived value due to its scarcity and the sheer improbability of its existence. Similarly, other errors in minting, such as double strikes, off-center coins, and misspellings on the die, have produced pennies worth extreme amounts that can astonish even the most seasoned numismatists. Such errors often occur due to mechanical failure, human error, or just sheer luck on the part of the processes involved in striking the coins. These imperfections create unique coins, a deviation so significant from the intended design that they become collector's items, enhancing their value far beyond what their intended face value would suggest. It's not just the coins produced from errors in the minting process that can fetch exorbitant prices, it's also the stories that accompany them, the narratives of how they were discovered, where they were found, and the passionate collectors who fought to acquire them, sometimes sparking fierce bidding wars that drive prices through the roof. Each coin tells a story that embodies a slice of history, and that adds immeasurable value in the eyes of collectors who are often motivated by more than just monetary investment. They pursue passion, nostalgia, or an intricate connection to the history of the currency itself. Furthermore, the marketplace for such coins has expanded dramatically in the digital age, creating platforms for buyers and sellers to interact that would have been unimaginable a few decades ago. Auctions can now reach global audiences, allowing rare coins to fetch unprecedented prices. Online forums, union halls, coin shows, and even local shops have all played a crucial role in cultivating a sense of community around coin collecting. With every circulation of these rare items, new valuations are explored, and new collectors enter the fray, each seeking to find those hidden treasures. There's a defined allure to rarity that drives the valuations skyward. As more collectors become aware of the existence of such unique pieces, the value only escalates further. Moreover, the emotional appeal of owning such historically relevant objects means that what begins as a mere penny can evolve into a highly sought-after artifact brimming with significance. Other notable examples, such as the 1955 double-die penny, a notorious error that has captivated collectors for decades, illustrate just how much can ride on a simple mistake. The allure of the doubled appearance creates an enigmatic charm, and coins that exhibit this flaw command fabulous sums at auction. The condition of the coin, its history, and the story behind its existence all feed into the ever-growing mythology surrounding these errors, culminating in prices beyond comprehension for the average penny. Likewise, unassuming coins from years past, such as those minted shortly after the Civil War, can yield even more insane value, as their historical significance compounds their rarity. As we delve deeper, the intricacies of the minting process across various eras reveal a prevalence of mistakes that have given rise to the contemporary landscape of coin collecting. Let's not forget the evolution of minting techniques, materials, and the changing values placed upon different metals throughout the years, from silver to copper to zinc, demonstrating how economic factors, technological advancements, and shifts in public sentiment surrounding these materials play an enormous role in determining a coin's long-term value. External factors such as economic downturns, changes in material costs, and even the geopolitical landscape can cause fluctuations in the demand for certain types of coins, further complicating the relationships between errors, historical trajectories, and valuation. On the investor's side, Coins like these often serve as a hedge against inflation or a form of alternative investment, inviting speculators who understand the volatility of the market, further entrenching the perceived value of these coins without a direct relationship to their inherent worth as currency. In an era where traditional marketplaces are being upended by cryptocurrency and digital assets, the allure of tangible, historic artifacts like 1-cent coins and their mountainous price tags compel a re-evaluation of what constitutes currency and value. The connection between the past and present in coinage invites exploration from the business side of investing, as fiscal policies and historical price trends provide insight into the ebbs and flows of value assigned to even the most mundane items, such as a penny. As we draw our exploration to a close, it's clear that what began with an unassuming penny has transformed into a narrative overflowing with curiosity, layered meanings, and, above all, monumental missteps. The current valuation might be driven by the very human anticipation of triumph through ownership of something rare, flawed, and historic. It's a reminder that in the world of currency, what seems like a mistake can turn into a lucrative investment, that what starts as a trivial piece of copper and zinc can evolve into a treasure trove of monetary potential. Next time you spot a penny lying on the ground, remember that it could be far more than a mere cent. It could be a warning about the astounding complexities of value, history, and the unexpected surprises that the world of coin collecting has to offer. Tune in next time as we dig into another captivating topic. Thank you for watching. Next. Today, we're going to embark on an exploration of a subject that reveals the astonishing relationship between error, rarity, and monumental value, specifically focusing on a single 1-cent coin from 1989 that can, incredibly, be valued at an astonishing $42 million. Now, you may be wondering, what could possibly make a simple penny from the year 1989 worth such a staggering amount? It all starts with a perfect storm of mistakes, errors, and unanticipated circumstances that have combined over the years to elevate this unassuming coin into the stratospheric realms of numismatic value. As we dive deeper into this extraordinary case, we will uncover the intricacies behind this valuation, exploring the story behind the coin, the errors that drove its worth, the collecting market, and the factors that contribute to the ever-increasing appeal of such errors in the world of numismatics. The 1989 1-cent coin was produced by the U.S. Mint during a period of transition and innovation in coin production technologies. The Mint aimed to modernize processes and streamline operations to efficiently handle the demands of coin circulation in the United States. However, these ambitions often led to errors that could become incredibly valuable. One significant error that affected the 1989 penny involved the die used to strike the coins. It was during the production of these pennies that a series of coins emerged with a unique misalignment due to a faulty die that was improperly calibrated. The consequence of this misalignment resulted in coins that bore striking irregularities. Some pennies were produced with one side overlapping the design features of the opposite side, producing visually eccentric pieces that set them apart from the standard strikes of the time. As is the case with any rare and unusual error, these misaligned coins captivated the imaginations of collectors, who began to recognize that these irregularities presented a fascinating departure from the ordinary. The rarity and the peculiar features of these pennies triggered the collecting community's attention and curiosity. Some coins even displayed additional characteristics that further distinguished them, such as scratches or unusual patterns that added an element of unpredictability and intrigue which kept collectors guessing about the full spectrum of anomalies that might exist within the batch. Over time, as more collectors began to scrutinize their holdings from the late 1980s, it became apparent that these unique specimens were far from ordinary. The excitement surrounding these coins only intensified as surviving examples of the misaligned strikes began to surface in auctions, leading to fierce bidding wars fueled by collector desire and a sense of urgency to secure a piece of history. These misalignment errors inherently possess a limited quantity since they were quickly identified and removed from circulation, which adds a significant element of scarcity to the equation, one of the core principles that drives collectability in coins. Collectors have instinctively recognized the rarity of these pieces and have been willing to pay exorbitant prices that reflect their understanding of this concept. Furthermore, the importance of condition cannot be overstated. Coins that manage to remain in pristine condition, without excessive wear or damage, can fetch even more staggering prices. In numismatics, grading plays a vital role in determining the value of collectible coins, and the 1989 penny was no exception. Professional grading services assign grades to coins based on their quality, rarity, and preservation. Coins that receive high grades, such as those classified as MS-67 or higher, can reach astronomical values because collectors place immense importance on condition, leading to the phenomenon of premium pricing on coins that are both rare and in excellent shape. The acceptance of coins for grading also leads to the introduction of third-party authentication services, further enhancing the market by providing potential buyers with confidence that the piece they are investing in is legitimate, verified, and backed by an impartial grading scale. This authentication process opens the door for potential bidding wars to erupt as collectors vie for these coins, leading prices to skyrocket. Additionally, as coin collectors learn of the 1989 cent with its errors, they become part of a community characterized by spirited discussions, competitions, and events where such unique pieces are showcased. Community engagement amplifies the excitement surrounding these coins, making the race for ownership more than just a financial investment. The narratives surrounding the hunt, discovery, and acquisition of such coins play as much of a part in their worth as the coins themselves, reinforcing the notion that owning a rare era coin ties collectors into a shared history and experience. Economic factors also shape the value of collectible coins, as vintage items oscillate with market fluctuations. Social trends can influence the spotlight on certain coins during varying times. The bursts of enthusiasm for certain eras within coinage can lead to sharp increases in demand and value based on the whims of popular culture and media exposure. This phenomenon can be seen in recent years, where popular documentaries and online content have rekindled interest in collecting and the early experiences of numismatics, thus driving collectors into a frenzy for known rarities. The coin collecting community has become more influenced by social media platforms that allow enthusiasts to showcase their prized possessions and share their knowledge with a wider audience, further amplifying the desirability of certain pieces. As the masses become aware of unique coins and their stories, demand accelerates, and prices reflect both the interest in the item as well as the market's hunger for investment opportunities that history has provided. As economies fluctuate, collectors and investors often seek refuge in tangible assets as a way to hedge against inflation. The 1-cent coin's unique value proposition is simultaneously bittersweet and exhilarating. Something once simple may now be cryptic and complicated, especially given the story of its misprints and errors. Therefore, this inflationary perspective labels coins like the 1989 1-cent penny as not merely currency but as artifacts laden with potential and insight into the human experience and decision-making through the ages. Overall, the worth of a 1989 1-cent coin transcends the sum of its physical components. It embodies stories of production flaws, the interplay of economic conditions, passionate collector pursuits, and unexpected valuations that reach into the millions. Every penny carries with it the weight of its legacy, a connection to moments when the ordinary transformed into something perilously extraordinary. That singular misprinted penny serves as a unique testament to the twists of fate, providing insight not merely into coin collecting but into human nature, the ways we attribute worth to objects and the dramas that unfold in markets where collectors and investors seek hidden treasures. When we reflect on a singular 1-cent coin from that year, we're reminded that such seemingly humble objects can foster a sense of wonder and drive people to seek out not just wealth but connection to history, rarity, and collective memory. Who would have thought that a small piece of copper could encapsulate such intricacies of value, error, and passion? Indeed, the journey of the 1989 1-cent penny represents a microcosm of our interactions with material culture and the myriad ways in which we assign meaning to what might otherwise appear as mere objects of everyday life. Thank you for joining us in exploring this incredible story, and stay tuned for more astonishing tales from the world of coinage. We can't wait to see you in our next video. Today, we are going to explore one of the most fascinating, bizarre, and intricate stories to ever emerge from the world of numismatics, focusing particularly on a seemingly mundane 2004 1-cent coin that has garnered a staggering valuation of $28 million due to a series of errors, mistakes, and unexpected turns of fortune that have transpired throughout its journey from the mint to the collecting community. This story serves as a vivid reminder of how the most unlikely of circumstances, such as simple errors in production, can lead to astounding valuations, capturing the intrigue of collectors and investors alike. So, what makes this 2004 penny worth such an outrageous amount, when it started out as a simple 1-cent piece? To understand this enigma, we first need to delve into the context of the 2004 minting process and the circumstances that surrounded the production of coins during that time. The U.S. Mint had been experimenting with different designs and changes in manufacturing processes to ensure that coin production could meet the rising demands of the American public. In an age where technology was rapidly evolving, there were both upsides and pitfalls inherent in that pursuit of innovation. During the years preceding 2004, the Mint made adjustments in its approach to striking coins. However, during this transitional era, it was not uncommon for errors to occur. What we will uncover throughout our exploration is how a few mistakes during the minting of coins in 2004 led to extraordinarily valuable pieces, including this 1-cent coin that stands out prominently due to specific errors. One notable aspect of this particular penny is related to a widely recognized error deriving from the coin's die, a crucial tool used for striking the coins. Due to a malfunction in the die alignment process, a limited number of 2004 pennies emerged from the mint featuring the much sought-after double strike, which refers to coins that have been struck twice during the minting process, resulting in a perfectly discernible doubling of the design. What's critical to understand here is that double strikes do not occur frequently and are highly sought after by collectors, which makes those specific coins incalculably valuable. As new collectors entered the numismatic community during the early 21st century, awareness around coins exhibiting such features began to grow. The fact that only a tiny subset of these double-struck pennies made it into public circulation means that anyone lucky enough to own one possesses a coin that is not just rare but exceptionally rare when considering the total coinage produced during that era. Collectors began to closely examine their holdings from this time frame, eager to discover whether they might have unwittingly come across a hidden treasure in their spare change. The anticipation surrounding these potential finds amplified the excitement of coin collecting, resulting in a national curiosity that transcended the typical boundaries of the hobby. As word spread through online forums, social media groups, and auctions, prices could escalate dramatically as more people became intrigued by these peculiarities. The escalating prices did not solely depend on the presence of errors, much hinged on the condition of each coin and how well preserved it remained since the time of its entering circulation. The common axiom, condition is key, is particularly true in numismatics, and coins that have dynamically survived the ravages of time, circulation, and handling can command jaw-dropping figures when they go to auction or are up for sale. The specialized grading market emerged as a crucial component in this dynamic, with professional grading services evaluating these coins and assigning them grades from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing superior quality. As a result, coins from 2004 that boasted flawless characteristics could reach values unheard of, transforming an ordinary penny into an astonishingly valuable piece of history. Additionally, other types of errors contributed to the 2004 1-cent coin's ascension in value, particularly those involving mismanaged plating and discrepancies in design features. During this period, the Mint was experimenting with different materials, such as the transition from almost entirely copper-based coins to penny formulations incorporating zinc. Such metallurgical changes increased the potential for mistakes, leading to coins that featured discoloration or unattractive finish details, which further intrigued collectors who recognized that these flawed pennies would add unique character to any collection. Coins with these types of production errors could become instant highlights due to their stories and inherent rarity. There's something particularly alluring about the idea of owning a piece of minting history that is fundamentally flawed. The very imperfections that make these coins less appealing in general circulation can simultaneously enhance their value within the collector community. The tales that accompany the discovery of these rare pieces often elevate their worth even further, and as potential buyers delve into the narratives of how these coins survived the years, they find themselves drawn deeper into the intricate fabric of the coin collecting experience. The sense of community surrounding this genre of collecting cannot be overlooked. Enthusiasts tend to bond over shared experiences, discoveries, and the thrill of the hunt, continually igniting new interests in the field. Online platforms and marketplaces dedicated to coin collecting create a vibrant communication channel through which collectors exchange information, strategies, and updates on rare finds among their peers, amplifying awareness and increasing competition for particularly featured errors like the prized 2004 1-cent coin. Auctions now provide more exposure than ever before as bidding wars develop over rare coins, with prices reaching dizzying heights as collectors' passion fuels their willingness to invest significantly. Speculators recognize that the rare coin market often behaves independently of traditional financial indicators, allowing people to diversify their investment portfolios while engaging in the thrill of a rewarding pastime. The 2004 1-cent coin's extraordinary valuation gets further complicated by broader economic factors impacting the marketplace. As economies fluctuate, currencies and their inherent values might see whirlwind changes that affect all aspects of investment, that includes collectibles like coins. During times of economic uncertainty or inflation, tangible assets have often been seen as safe havens for wealth preservation, and exceptional error coins like the 2004 penny become all the more appealing during turbulent periods. Therefore, historical context, collector sentiment, and the marketplace's response to unexpected developments can all intertwine within these stories of error coins, leading to exaggerated price tags that can leave people breathless. The unexpected demand for these coins has created opportunities for portfolios to evolve, with hard assets like these distinctive pennies gaining the spotlight. Furthermore, the nascent popularity of social media platforms has dramatically transformed the landscapes of collecting. Previously insular communities have gained access to larger audiences, meaning once rare knowledge previously confined to a small group of hardcore collectors, is now shared widely thanks to platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and various online forums. Even amateur collectors feel empowered to dive into the deep end of the market, expanding the reach of treasure hunting beyond what has traditionally been possible. It drives interest through engaging content related to the 2004 1-cent coin, making the prospect of discovery a shared journey rather than a solitary quest. Each story surrounding these pennies not only contributes to the growing mythos associated with them but also weaves layers of complexity that add to their value in the eyes of the collector. As we reflect on this unfolding narrative of the 2004 penny and consider the tremendous valuation it has amassed over time, it becomes clear that it is not just a coin, but a microcosm of human fascination with the intersection of history, economics, craftsmanship, and sentiment. From its genesis in the minting process to its dizzying leap into the spotlight of collectors' pursuits, this humble coin embodies myriad themes, connecting individuals to their shared experiences as they navigate the world of error coins, slowly revealing the hidden wealth that lies within their unexpected journeys. The story of the 2004 1-cent costs us more than mere currency, and its legacy is a compelling testament to a uniquely human desire to seek out beauty, value, and meaning even within the most unassuming objects we often take for granted. Thank you for joining us in uncovering this captivating narrative surrounding the extraordinary 2004 1-cent coin, and be sure to catch our forthcoming episodes where we continue to explore other astonishing narratives within the fascinating world of numismatics. We can't wait to see you next time.